Good morning. Welcome to day 113, Sunday, July 28th, 2024. Had a great night camping here. A guy named, I think it was Front Seat or Front Chair, I think Front Seat, who started May 7th doing like 30-mile days. He was here last night, really nice young guy. Another guy who showed up here to get some water and was deciding where to camp. And he was with, off and on lately, the three guys who I was camped with yesterday. I found out their names are like Sandstorm, Sandman, and Tupac or something like that. Ranger. Now I know Ranger because way back when, as I was hiking down the trail to the road in Wrightwood, there was one car in the parking lot, in the trailhead parking lot, and I saw a guy heading up the other side wearing like a cowboy hat. I met Ranger's wife there. Ranger's wife graciously gave me a ride into town. It was awesome. And I've been on the lookout for Ranger ever since. She said, look for Ranger, he's wearing a cowboy hat. And I've seen him logged in into some of the trail registers, but always he was ahead of me. I met him last night. Awesome, cool guy. He's actually getting off trail. He's got a buddy picking him up today at the Etna, and he's got a medical appointment that he can't miss. So he's getting off trail for a little bit, and then I think he's going to jump ahead to Syad Valley, which is what a lot of people are doing, I guess. So the other interesting thing is Front Seat told me about a big fire that popped up in Chico. You remember the trail magic I had a couple weeks ago? It was a nice group of people from Chico. I guess a guy drove his car into some brush somewhere, started a fire. It started as 1 acre, 5 acres, 10 acres. I think it's like 100 acres now from what I was told. And it's closed like 100-mile section of the trail. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, like Chester, Bernie, all that section of trail is shut down due to this fire. So lucky for me, the timing is I'm a little ahead of that. But what that's also going to mean is all the thru-hikers, which that's probably more of the actual bubble, they're all going to be skipping ahead. So all interesting stuff. It was a great night, cold night, slept in. I got up at like sometime around 4. I didn't check my phone, but I could just tell by the light. It was probably around 4. I was like, maybe I'll sleep in a little longer. Next thing I knew, it was 5:45. So I'm a little late this morning, but that's okay. It's going to be no sense rushing too early if I can't check into my room. So as far as I know, I'm the only one of the people from who I've talked to, because like Ranger knows a bunch of people that I was camped with. Front Seat knows some. I think I may be the only one doing a continuous footpath from this little mini bubble, but that's okay. That is the morning update. It's a great Sunday morning. Just a really nice night. So, yeah, we're going to get moving. I've stalled long enough. My right ankle is still tender, but it seems like after about an hour of hiking, it loosens up and it's fine. So hopefully, whatever the issue is, it'll slowly resolve itself. It's not getting any worse, that's for sure. So just going to keep an eye on it. I've got new trail runners coming at Syad Valley, however you pronounce it. You have to forgive my pronunciations on a lot of this stuff. It's just not that important to me. So that's that. We'll see you on the trail. All right, we're about an hour in on this hazy Sunday morning. So while I'm thinking about it, just because front seat and Ranger are definitely more plugged in to the hikers in front of and behind. So seems like quite a few folks have just skipped this whole section from Mount Shasta. They just went ahead to Syed Valley. So there's that. And I guess there's a really big trail tramily of over 10 people that were not too far ahead. I don't know if they skipped sections or what, but just a big group that I think front seat was trying to catch up to. So just a little interesting trail news. Probably still have 7 miles to the trailhead, and then I guess it's about a 13-mile road walk, so it'll be a full day. That's okay. Feeling pretty good. The ankle's loosening up a bit, so we're just going to keep motoring along here. Also, I haven't looked at it yet, but I'll check it out tonight when I have Wi-Fi. I guess there are already a few fire closures in Oregon where it's like 60 miles of trails open, 40 is closed, the next 80 are open, the next 60 are closed, something like that. So some folks are even just going to like say forget that and skip all of Oregon. So it's funny, everyone's got different mindsets out here, different ways to do it. So I'm still in the mindset of continuous footpath as long as I can, as long as it's feasible. So this will be the first real test of that coming up today and tomorrow with some road walking. So we'll see how that goes. It definitely feels a little more humid and hot today. It's still not terrible, but it's early still, so we'll see what that road walk feels like early afternoon. All right, it's about 9:15. We just went around Smith Lake. We got about 3 miles to the trailhead to the road. It's taking a little break, airing out the feet. Yeah, so far so good. Hopefully our climbing on the trail is done. I don't know what the road walk's gonna look like, but we'll find out soon enough. Look at this. Something we have not seen in a long time. Snow. All right, we're getting our first look at the road we'll be taking. All right, we're almost to the road, and I just realized we have done 1,600 continuous miles on the Pacific Crest Trail. I didn't know if we get to 1,600 continuous. Who knows about 1,700? We'll see, but amazing. All right, to the road we go. Here we go, somebody gets it. 1,600 continuous. All right, here we go, starting our road walk. Wish me luck. Let's see how many cars offer a ride where I actually can't and won't take it. All right, we're just starting the road walk. I got 2 Gatorades from my firefighter friends. So awesome, I'll drink one now and save one for a little further down the road. All right, here's the part of the trail we're not taking. We're gonna take this instead. Yeah, so far, there's been a little bit of traffic heading the opposite direction. Everyone's been real friendly, waving. Pretty cool. And the road's going down, which I like a lot. It probably means I'll be going up tomorrow, but for today, we'll take the down all day. Man, that Gatorade gift, it's so random, just the timing of it. Like, they're already gone, those guys. They were checking out something near the trailhead. So timing worked out well. Ranger was one of the thru hikers I met yesterday. Ranger was sitting in the shade right by the trail, making a hot drink, waiting for his ride. So at some point, I don't know if LA you would go the way I'm walking or go the other way, but they may drive by at some point with a cold drink. I'll take that as well. All cold drinks are welcome when you're thru hiking. That's definitely what I've learned. Sarah and I were talking about maybe she would do some trail magic in New Hampshire for the AT hikers coming through. And she said, well, what do you really want at trail magic? I said, the main thing that every thru hiker is going to appreciate is something cold to drink, whether it's soda, beer, sparkling water, whatever. Ice cold drinks really make the day. And then, anything after that is a bonus. So I hope she does it. She was going to maybe try and enlist some friends and go do some trail magic. That's something I definitely would do. Sarah and I have talked about a bunch of times when probably 10 years from now, when I'm a little less mobile, it'd be nice to move to a mountain town near one of these thru hikes and be able to do all that kind of trail magic. Guess who just drove by? My new best friend, Ranger. His wife gives me a ride into Wrightwood months ago, and now he hooks me up with a cold Dr. Pepper on this road walk. Unbelievable. Best road walk ever. All right, it's about noon. We got about 6 more miles of road walk, just taking a little break, letting the feet get a little air. The second Gatorade, having a little bit of that, and then we'll keep heading on down the road. So as I'm walking down this road, there are some spots where Little Rock Fall is on the road. So I'm being a good citizen and just kicking it back over when I see it. There's been a few, nothing like really big pieces, but a couple of chunks that I definitely wouldn't want to drive over. All right, it's 1:15, still on the road. We're getting closer with every step. So one thing you can't help but notice on these long road walks, I've done a few in New Hampshire connecting mountains, and this is probably the longest one on this thru hike so far, is the trash that's left on the side of the road. So in New Hampshire, the clear winner of most trash was Busch Light and Busch cans. We do have a Budweiser plant in New Hampshire. Maybe that has something to do with it. Here it's been a tie between Coors and Coors Light, and a runner-up, a lot of water bottles. All right, we just passed the Bluebird Inn, which is a popular spot for PCT hikers, and we're on our way to the Etna Motel. A little under a half mile. Man, this road walk is tough on the feet, especially when I'm not taking a whole lot of breaks. So yeah, let's get there. So that's the Collier Hotel, the other property in town. We're gonna go a little further up the road here to the motel. Oh, we made it. Oh boy. All right, we're at the Etna Motel, room number 8. Very nice. I don't have all the lights on yet, obviously. That would probably help with this video, wouldn't it? But I want to get to the grocery store and get some dinner for tonight. So that's the priority, especially on a Sunday. I'm not sure what time places close around here. So before we do anything, let's go take care of that, and then we'll go from there. And don't let me forget, I need to find a sewing kit. that'll really help out. There's a bunch of thru-hikers here. One just got out of the room, and while I was waiting for my room, he's on his phone so I can hear his side of the conversation. And you know, they're skipping ahead to Sayed Valley, and you know, his point was where we rejoined the trail, it's only about 30 miles of trail until you're at Sayed Valley, so for 30 miles it's not worth it. And I definitely see that. I understand that point, and the road walk is not going to be fun tomorrow. I'll probably have to break it up into 2 days, but I think I'm still gonna go for that. We're gonna have more trail closures coming up in Oregon, but as of right now, we'll be able to walk into Oregon, and then there's some sort of closure at Crater Lake National Park where I'm planning to get my next resupply. A section of the PCT is closed there right now, but there's another trail, the rim trail, that you can take, but I'm not quite sure how you reconnect to the PCT. So there's some questions that need to be answered as far as that goes. So we'll see. But first things first, let's get the grocery store run done. Let's get in our room and we'll figure things out from there. All right, we made a run at the grocery store. They didn't have a lot of like prepared foods. It looked like their deli was closed, maybe because it's Sunday. So that kind of limited my options for dinner. There is a restaurant in town. I just don't feel like going out once I'm settled in for the night. So we'll make do with what we have. They are open till 10 though, so I could always go back for ice cream. We'll see. Highly unlikely. I just realized I forgot to look for a sewing kit. Well, let me bring all this food back, and I'll probably take another quick walk back. That way I'll have my hands free, and there's like a gas station or something too I can check, just on the off chance they have one. All right, we got a lot going on. Just finished our tub laundry. We got this little guy, but drying out the clothes. And this guy wants to come in, and that's not gonna happen. Sorry, kitty. I wouldn't mind, actually, but depending on the cat, I can get really allergic, and I just don't want to deal with that right now. So it's about 5:30, I think. So I'm gonna check in with Sarah real quick and go from there. There is a Dollar General or dollar store like a half mile away, but my feet are like done with walking for the day. So with that road walk, it tears them up a little more. So maybe in the morning I'll go check it out and see if they have needle and thread. But in the meantime, Sarah's gonna send me needle and thread to Sayed Valley. So that's only like 4 days away. But it would be easier to do the repair in the room for sure, but we'll see.
Becca, Becca and I are out for our morning walk, and we just passed the lemonade stand, and thankfully they took Venmo, so we are powered up for the rest of our walk.